I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to Lincoln to give us his thoughts for today.
Sure. Thanks, Don, and thanks for the opportunity to pause and think about living well. I think it's really valuable. So grateful for the opportunity. I'm Lincoln Haycock, the Chief Analytics Officer with Castell. And the thought I wanted to share today is I think it's important that you make sustainable changes bit by bit. That's my approach and philosophy to living well, because I feel like living well activities need to fit into my day to day. Otherwise, I'm not going to keep up with them. So, the one example that I'll share is eat an apple in the afternoon. So for me, the afternoon is when I feel the most tired during the day, and it's when I need something to keep me going. And the reason I choose an apple is because it doesn't take any prep time. I'd love to have some veggies that are cut up. I think that would be really healthy too, but that would require that, I cut it up and make some preparation. And I don't always have time to do that. But an apple is something that you can grab without much thought or planning. And I, one of the things that I've tried to change with my eating habits is to just eliminate a little bit more processed food. There's a lot of research out there that suggests that processed food, highly processed food, isn't good for us, and there's just a lot of less healthy choices. So, in by choosing to eat an apple in the afternoon, it's just one simple choice that I can make. I may not make perfect choices with my diet throughout the rest of the day, but I feel like that's one thing that I can do to make a healthy choice, feel healthier, and power through the afternoon slump.
Awesome. I love that. I love the idea of um, that there are small things that you can do throughout your day, and it's a part of why I teach yoga, is because you can do a little bit, and it doesn't have to take a long time, and it doesn't have to be this big commitment. So I like that thought. Thanks for that. Yeah, and an apple in the afternoon is a great idea. Awesome. Okay. We will go ahead and get some stretching in, and I think that thought fits right into our stretching, because you can take any one of these stretches at any time, and just do one stretch in the afternoon. And I find that the afternoon in particular is when it's the most important to get up, get moving, eat something healthy, or do some healthy movement. And when you move, then you can tune into your body. If you know the idea of somatics, you tune into your body and you can sense a little bit more what you actually need. So let's go ahead and get up from your desk. If you're at a desk, and just find a place where you can stand. And like I said, you might be using, sure. You might be using a wall or a stool or your desk to do some of these stretches, okay? So let's take our feet about inner hip distance apart. You can always take them a little wider if that feels better, but take your hands to your hips, and we're just going to do a little circle with our hips in one direction. Little bend to your knees here, and then circle your hips in the other direction. And then as you come back to center, just push down with your feet into the ground and stretch your arms up wide overhead. And then you can clasp your hands if you want to, or you can keep them separated. But we're going to take a little side stretch over to the left side. Take a full breath and push into the ground with your feet. Think of that length through the right side ribs. And then inhale back to center. And exhale over to the right side with your side stretch. Breathe into your left side ribs. Inhale back up to center. And now cactus your arms, 90-degree angle. Press your elbows back in space, opening up a little bit through the chest. Take a big inhale, lift your heart up high, and then exhale, relax the arms down. And we're going to go through that one more time with the side stretches and the cactus. Inhale, arms up overhead. And again, you can clasp here if you want, or keep them separated. Exhale over to the left. Big breath into your right ribs. Inhale back up to center. And exhale to the right. Big breath into your left ribs. Inhale back up to center. And exhale, cactus. Press your elbows back. Lift through the ribs and the collarbones. And then exhale, release your arms down. So now into the neck. We had that neck request. Turn your head over to the right side. Tuck your chin down. If it feels good to hold the back of your head here, you can. You don't have to. And then around your back with your left arm. So you're reaching toward your right hip. Move your left shoulder back in space. And then take an exhale to tuck your chin in a little bit more. Inhale back upright. Turn your head over to the left side, tuck your chin down. You're welcome to hold the back of your head here if you would like to. Right arm reaches across your back. And as you exhale, you're taking a little bit of a deeper tuck with your chin. Inhale, shoulder further up and back on the right side. Inhale back up to center. And we'll do one more neck stretch. So take right ear to right shoulder. And we're going to hold the side of our head here. Gratitude arm with your left arm. And for those of you who haven't come to my classes before, this is a bent elbow, hugging it into your side, and then you're rotating your arm. So you're expanding through the front of your chest and getting your shoulder blade to hug a little bit onto your back. So now from here, little tucks up and down with your chin. Couple of deep breaths as you check in with the sides of your neck, the back of your neck, a little bit at the front of your neck too, perhaps. Inhale back upright, and then take left ear over to left shoulder, and you're holding the side of your head with your left hand. If that feels okay, you can do this without holding your head. But then gratitude with your right arm, elbow hugs in, find that rotation. And then as you take a couple of deep breaths, you're tucking up and down with your chin. Again, just checking out side, front, and back of your neck. Inhale back up to center, release your arms down. And then we're going to come over to a wall or a chair, whatever you want to use. You can also use your desk. And we're going to bring our hands to whatever you're using. So if you're using the wall, then you're just going to walk your hands down the wall to wherever it's comfortable. I'm going to use my stool, so you can use a chair if you want. Bringing your hands down to your stool, chair, desk, wall. Walk your feet back until you have about that stacked place for your hips and your ankles. And then you're letting your shoulders settle a little bit. Now, as you inhale, you can lift a little, and then exhale, settle in again. Inhale, lift just a little bit, and exhale, settle in again. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. And now from here, you can sway your hips a little side to side with that intention of lengthening from hip to armpit. And now you can walk your way back in and then stand all the way back up. And we'll come back to our standing position of about feet inner hip distance apart and parallel. And we're going to do a couple stretches through the hips. So if you want, because this is balancing, you can stand right against a wall, or you can challenge your balance through the stretch if you want to. So we're going to balance onto our left foot and bring right knee into your chest. And you're holding the knee or holding the thigh, wherever it feels best to you. But then we're inhaling and opening it up to the side and exhaling, closing it. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Now we're going to do one more. Inhale, open, and hold, and full exhale. Inhale, draw it in a little closer, and then bring it back to center and exhale. Set it down. And now second side, shifting over to your right foot. And remember, you can be against a wall or by a chair. Lift your knee up. And as you lift your left knee up toward your chest, you're giving it as high a lift as your body is ready for. And then we're going to inhale and open it, and exhale, close. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Good. Inhale, open, and pause. Take a full breath. Maybe notice if your balance on this side is a little bit different than the other side. Mine always is. Good. And then hug it in a little closer, deep hip flexion, and then bring it back and exhale, set it down. And then just walk it out. Pedal out with your legs. And now with a good bend to your knees, your feet are about inner hip distance apart or wider. Take your hands to your thighs and walk your hands to your knees. And as you come to your knees with your hands, you're going to move now through a cat and cow. Inhaling, and I'll turn a little sideways. You're going to tilt your sitting bones up and open your heart. Exhale, round upward, round back through your spine. Inhale, belly and heart forward. Exhale, round through the spine. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And then back to center here, neutral spine. Walk your hands back up your legs and rise all the way back up. And now we're going to inhale, reach arms up overhead, and exhale, bring hands to your heart. And so we'll do one more neck stretch because they're always helpful, I think, but this also gives you a little wrist and forearm stretch. But elbows and wrists come to about the same level. So you're lowering your hands down to where your palms can still stay together. And then put your shoulder blades on your back. Now bring your hands over to the right side of your chest, turn your head to the left, and tuck your chin down. Take a full breath. Inhale through center, and exhale. Hands to the left, gaze to the right, tuck your chin down. Full breath. And then let's come back to center and release your arms down. So that's it for our stretching today. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, Lincoln, for sharing your thoughts. And I will